The film The Secret Art of Human Flight tells the story of a man dealing with the sudden loss of his wife, who then returns as a mysterious spiritual guide to help him cope in an unconventional way.
The movie stars Oscar nominee Paul Raci and Grant Rosenmeyer. Entertainment correspondent Suzanne Marques caught up with both of them.
I'm always so afraid. Are you afraid?
I've had a lot of loss in my family, so I think I mean, all of us do, right? The older we get, the more people we lose.
Absolutely.
So what was it like filming this movie together? Because clearly the relationship between the two of you is what makes it so interesting.
Well, it was the first thing, one of the first things I read after doing Sound of Metal. And I had the same kind of reaction after reading that script. I had an emotional response, so I knew I wanted to be a part of it. And with Grant's character going through so much grief, as you see throughout the film, he needs something to latch on to help him deal with the grief. And what I discovered just in the process of this film is that it's kind of hard to judge another person's grief process.
Yes.
And so that's kind of what it's at the heart of this movie, that people have to go through their own thing at their own pace, and they've got their own reasons, you know.
And we are in a society where we want to plan everything out, and grief is so hard to grasp and process. And yeah, your character being a widower, it's how do you?
It was a lot.
Yeah, you plan. You know, it's like your whole future that's planned just gets cut short.
Yeah, I mean, listen. When I first read the script, it was at the start of COVID, right in the peak around the summertime, and everybody had gone through a massive destabilization and experienced loss. And loss can be, you can get grief and loss. You can mourn things, not just, you know, a person dying. It can also be the loss of a job or a loss of a way of life, and we all felt that. So when I got sent this script, it just felt almost like my character felt. It was just, I need this, you know. I read this and it was so beautiful and so moving and funny, and it just takes you on this roller coaster, but it also takes you on a ride that I had never really been on before, you know. Like, you've seen movies about grief, but usually they're not this funny. Usually they're not, they feel like they have to almost be a certain way, and this movie just sort of upends that. And our director, H.P. Mendoza, took so many chances, and I think a lot of them work. I love this movie.
I stepped off the ledge 4 times, but something kept putting me back at the top by the 4th attempt. I chose life.